What is going on, true believers? I hope you're having a great morning. My name is Bleaves. We are here to talk about everything going on in the cryptocurrency market. We got a big XRP breakout, I think, on tap. Fetch AI went absolutely bonkers over the last 24 hours, up around 13-14%, looking like it's ready for a massive breakout, breaking out of a falling wedge. Now, this is one of the first ones that's breaking out of that falling wedge. Bitcoin as well started to run just a little bit over the last 2 days, maybe looking to make back some of those gains that we've lost over the last little while. So it's looking, or at least seeming like, we might be improving the overall state of the market right now. And that means that there should be a breakout coming very, very soon for cryptocurrency. Now, if you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. And remember, it's not financial advice, but Bleaves 182, it's always right.
I can read a chart like a Superman, and I've got a show that has a lot of fans. I'm streaming every day and almost every night. I bought some Bitcoin because I see the light. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me Bleaves, I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Bleaves, I'll break the crypto wallet down for you, for you, for you. I built a crypto channel streaming live at night, and I'm the only YouTube streamer who's always right. Every morning I go live and say to all you guys, don't fall for all these motherfuckers and their lies. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me Bleaves, I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Bleaves, I'll break your crypto wallet down for you, for you, for you. I don't know what to do because my memberships are missing you.
Uh-oh.
What's going on, everybody? Guys, Terra Casino.io for all your risk-based gaming, PvP, poker, sports wagering, whatever it is that you're looking to do. Crypto trading, you can do it there too. You can play blackjack, any type of table game. Additionally, there's plenty of slot machines for you to choose from, and there is a robust group of people out here doing a lot of risk-based gaming. Guys, this is an opportunity for you to earn. All right, guys. So, fixed the camera yesterday. Today, the camera's all messed up yet again. So good morning to everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Let's talk about XRP and let's kick it off the right way. So crypto seems to be experiencing a little bit of a rally. Not sure whether it will continue or not, but Bitcoin now at 67,700 with a high, I think about 61.1 just a few short hours ago. A lot of stuff happening in the market. We're going to go over all that. So make sure you hit the like button on your way in. And let's kick it off with first. Now, I don't know if you have one of those Palau IDs. As a matter of fact, here's the funny thing. True story. I don't. By the way, when I say true story, this is a true story that I made up. Oh, God damn it. All right. Well, let's try. Let me see. Is that better or worse? Let me know if the sound. Testing. Yeah, so this should be fine. Let's see what happened. Everything's getting all kind of weirded out in the last little while. Everything is just, I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm doing my best here. Like I don't even know what's going on anymore. I had good sound. I had everything seemed to be working. Tell me. All right. So real quick, is this okay or better or worse? Justin, can you help me here? Is this better or worse? I'm flipping through settings here, Steve Shaw. I'm trying to figure out which one is the best. It still sounds like maybe I don't have enough panels. I don't know, something. Oh, you know what? It's the input. The input. I'm working on it, guys. So bear with me. That's worse. Okay, so Okay, what about now? Does it sound a little bit better now? This is what we're going to go with, because this is going to be the max setting right now. So, and there should be, I have panels everywhere. I mean, you've got panels back here even, and off to the side. I got panels everywhere, so there shouldn't be any kind of sound. Matter of fact, I have panels on the desk here. So you know what I mean. So let's kick it off. First and foremost is Ripple. So what I think, and this is a random fact that I just made up on the go, but I think people who are using MEXC, and if you are a user of MEXC and you live in the United States, then you can go to Palau and get dual citizenship. And I think the people that have dual citizenship are oh, you know what, son of a bitch. I forgot about this. How about right now? Does this sound a lot better all of a sudden? Because I forgot there's actually a piece here that I'm supposed to have like facing me. And if you don't, then it sounds really bad. So I hope that just fixed it. I completely forgot. There's an entry point. This stupid microphone has an entry point for sound, and it's there's like a little dot on it that I don't even know if you can see it, but yeah, weird sort of thing. You can't see me now. All right. Well, the fact that you can't see me should make it perfect to begin with. Let's try that a little bit better. I don't know. Let's just go with Ripple. The important part is you can hear me, so it's going to be a podcast. So let's go. So basically, what's going on right now is Ripple-based Palau stablecoin project enters the next phase. The Republic of Palau's Ministry of Finance has reported the successful completion of Phase 2A of its National Government Payment Services project, dubbed the Palau Stablecoin Program. During Phase 2A, which concluded on June 30th, the collaboration with Ripple involved utilizing its CBDC and blockchain platform to explore the integration of a tokenized USD into the Palau financial infrastructure. So, in partnership with Ripple's CBDC currencies and central bank engagement teams, the project utilized Ripple's blockchain technology to explore the feasibility of integrating a tokenized USD into Palau's infrastructure. So, what we're talking about right now is that Palau is one of those nations that are very much on the forefront right now of mass crypto adoption. And that being said, you can also become a resident, by the way, which allows you to, in the United States, you'll have dual citizenship. And the technical infrastructure assessment reaffirmed the viability of supporting the stablecoin system. So what they're doing now is they're moving on to Phase 2B. To summarize here, 2B includes the actual creation and establishment of one of these infrastructures. Now, while we're on this subject, let's go take a quick look at what's going on the XRP chart, and you might get a sense here that, you know, long term, it would look like to me that we're looking at a breakout getting ready to happen. Okay. And look, there's a lot of people that are going to be looking at these charts a lot. I mean, it depends on where you decide your trend line is. Okay. But this is what it looks like, right? You've had, and by the way, there are some indications. This right here, we're going to remove that for a little while, and we're going to move this down here slightly, and we're going to start to look at it from a longer term or a longer sort of time frame here. When you do that, and you can play around with it just a little bit, but when you see it, you see that during those, you know, black swan type events, when we've had these massive dumps, right? You've seen it dump down below its support level, but it's come immediately back into the structure. So what I think is getting ready to happen is I think we're getting ready to have a breakout to $1.32. I like this is I think I've settled on it right now. And look, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but I'm saying long term, we're about to see a massive explosion on XRP, and there's actually some reasons for that. So let's get back into it. Now, we've got we've got the new stable coin that Ripple's working on over there. Then we have one more piece, which is it's not just the Ripple XRP price surging. There's also some important metrics in this that are actually starting to soar right now. To give substance and attest to the larger rally in the short term. XRP's daily trading volume has soared by over 60%. Open interest is up by 13%. Options volume is up 150%, while options open interest is open about 90%. These are gigantic numbers, meaning that everybody, uh, yeah, it's a stable coin pegged to anywhere between 40 and 60 cents. um, I think that once you add up all these factors, then what this means is a breakout is probably imminent. Now, this is market makers. When you're looking at this big money moving around, that's market makers getting ready to make a market. And they're not going south. Okay. Here's the numbers that you can see. And I hope you can see that volume is up. See, it's up to 2.27 billion over the last short period of time. Open interest is up to 712 million. Options volume is up 149%, and open options is up 87%. So there's a lot going on where people are accumulating, but this is not it. This is not the only indicator. So there's other reasons here. First of all, the US SEC and Ripple Labs has ended their case with 125 million fine. We're reaching the spot where there won't be a chance for the DOJ to issue a protest. So that means people are going to be positive, and there's no more attack. There's not going to be any more attacking by the SEC of Ripple Labs. So because they're done and they're in compliance now. However, the Solana ETFs are no longer, two of them have been rejected. The only one that's still being accepted at this point is Van Eck, which takes us back to XRP ETF is probably coming. And then you have the RLUSD, which is it's called Ripple Labs US denomination. So that's going to be the stablecoin name. So additionally to that, one of the other pieces is, let me throw this up on a did I? Nope, 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 nope. Oh man. Oh my God. You know what? I deleted. Son of a bitch. All right. So I deleted something here. Give me 1 second. God, fuck my fucking life. Da. All right. No, God damn it. All right. Anyway. Um, wait, wait. Now, ain't this a bitch? Apparently I'm just out of my mind, which, you know what, and if you think that, and that's true for you, then whatever, nerd. It's my goddamn show. I can be an idiot if I want to. Okay, so there, I think I have it. All right, yeah, this is gonna be it, and we're gonna star that. We're gonna save that for fuck my life. All right, so anyway, here's what's going on. I guess I'm just gonna save this for you. um there's a golden cross forming. Let's pull this one up. I guess this one's going to work even better. There's a golden cross forming. That usually means that there's been positive buy sentiment. You see the 50 about to cross over the 200 right now, and that's going to put us in a big rally form. But that means we've already rallied quite a bit to begin with. And you know what? I'm going to change this to green. No, let's make it red. Yeah. All right. So there's a big golden cross forming. By the way, that's a lagging indicator, meaning that we've already experienced a partial rally at this point. So that seems to be another piece that's in place. Now, what else is there? Shit, one more thing here. The whales. Here's what's going on right now. Remember, 2 days ago we were talking about all of the different whales that had been selling off on the chart. Well, all of a sudden that stopped. All of that whale money started to disappear off of exchanges. According to CryptoQuant, the whale to exchange transaction of train from XRP has fallen tenfold in the last 3 days. So this metric measures how active crypto move between whales and exchanges. So in this instance, it was Binance. So an increase in transactions suggests that whales will be willing to offload tokens. A decrease points to withdrawal, which is a bullish sign. On Sunday, there were 664 transactions, but as of this writing, there are only 60, indicating that most whales do not plan to sell their XRP anytime soon. Furthermore, it appears that this lack of selling pressure was crucial to the cryptocurrency's rebound. And when we speak of rebound, we do have to look at it over the last couple of days. And remember, there was a nice dump. So, it should be noted that despite, despite the harsh collapse. All right, despite what we've been seeing in the market with these radical sort of dumps, if you had accumulated over here at that 43-cent level, you had an opportunity for a 50% explosion. However, in the shorter time frame, over the last couple of days, over 5 or 6 days, you're up 11%, and now it looks like you're trying to hold on to 60 cents. So it really looks like we're getting into a much better position overall. And by the way, it should be noted that Bitcoin, everything in this market was rallying, having a nice little until America, came online. And look what we get because America, a gigantic red candle. So USA, USA, USA. So it looks like at this point, the United States is crying like a baby, eating an onion. Jesus Christ, stop eating the onion, baby. By the way, Bitcoin flows yesterday were USD wise 62 million in inflows on the Bitcoin ETF. So it makes no sense that we're seeing this. This is manufactured sell-off. So and it's just continuing to drop right now from overnight 61,431 was the price of Bitcoin just a short while ago. So and by the way, my long position is doing pretty good. So by the way, sign up at KCEX today, unless you're gay. But I'm up $195 right now. My liquidation price is 52,913. So I'm going to hold on to this for a little while and see how it plays out. Now it's at 192 now. It was at 430 or 400 something overnight. So that was a nice little run. I think that what we've got is a heat seeker sort of event happening right now. Let me hit the refresh. You can see here that we probably cleaned out that 60,200 range and then came all the way up here. And now what it's doing is it's retracing back here to grab the liquidity that was built up in the last 24 hours. And there's that big pocket right there at 60,000. But remember, we came up through 60,200 up to 60,000. 61.4 just to sweep through. Now they're coming back and they're grabbing some of these people who were like the late longs, if you will. They're grabbing those late longs, and then we're probably going to see a continuation to a higher level. Doesn't make any sense for the continued dumping that we're seeing right now, unless you're just consolidating a little bit more, liquidating these people, and then boom, we're coming after this number at 62,000 next. So that would be my estimation of what's getting ready to happen. And as you can see right here, it's not hardcore sell-off yet. Just a big amount of sell-off at this point. I don't know whether it continues or not. It's the U.S. market, so the likelihood is that they're going to just transactional traders. That's basically it. Anyway, the point is the whales have accumulated XRP, and now they're coming off of the exchanges. Also, the SEC rejected the Cboe's 19B4 filings for Solana. However, that's not the end of it. The US SEC turned down the forms by the Cboe BZX on behalf of two prospective Solana ETF issuers. Now, what that means is there's two of them that withdrew 21 share, two issuers are currently still in the running, and that's 21 shares and Van Eck. It appears that 21 shares has stood back on its S1 form as it no longer appears in search results. So 21 shares backed out. Van Eck, however, is still approved. And according to Matthew Siegel, the head of research at Van Eck, the Solana ETF is still in play. It says, we are unable to comment on the regulatory process at this time. We remain committed to expanding investor access to cryptocurrencies in the U.S. market and around the world. That was according to 21 shares. They will not comment on what is going on. However, that what the rejection just means that they need to refile appropriately. And if they used the Bitcoin and ETF and Ethereum models in order to get that approval, then there has to be something that the SEC is thinking is different about this. By the way, Democratic platform did not include cryptocurrency. If you follow Ellie Tourette on X, she is saying, first of all, that it was not included, and then secondly, there was kind of an expose last night, if you didn't pay attention, that said that the Democrats intend to be inclusive of cryptocurrency, but that the platform that was laid out, and the reason this all said Joe Biden and Joe Biden and Joe Biden, is because this is the same platform that was going to be rolled out no matter what. Which, by the way, you don't make any changes to your platform because you have a new nominee. That seems a little bit weird. Okay, we just please. Can we agree at least that that is just bizarre that Kamala Harris did not get a chance to put in a membership? Like, God damn it, I saw membership. Thank you, Coins Chick. Coins Chick's gifting a membership out here. Somebody better claim it fast. But isn't it weird that she's not? It's look, whatever. She can do whatever she wants, I guess. You know what I mean? So the 19B4s are filed, and we'll see whether or not they result in anything. But let's talk now. Fetch AI. Look, Fetch AI was just, it was in this falling channel, this descending wedge pattern. It was, long term, it was just setting itself up for an absolute breakout, right? It was descending through, had been looking like it was, shaping up into something just potentially explosive, right? So you got this format, the descending wedge, and then what happens at around 80 cents, something like that? It just decides, hey, it is time to go. And the next thing you know, God damn it, you know what? I'm on a shorter time frame here. Ain't this a bitch? Anyway, let's go to the longer time frame so you can see it a little bit better. So it was falling, and it's been doing this for a long time. It was descending all the way into this pattern, right? And here is the breakout. So the breakout ends up being 15% on Fetch. So I think, by the way, that's probably one of those signs that, and look, when we zoom out here a little bit, you can start to see the long-term patterns are forming, and you're looking at that breakout. What you got is you got the resistance at the previous top. It ended up creating a nice spot to bounce off of, and the bounce appears to have started. Now, if this bounce continues, then I want to say this: Ethereum looks the same way. Then the Ethereum bounce will start. When the Solana comes into play, the bounces are going to start. Here's where we are. When you're looking at each and every one of these, you're at the bottom of the channel. Now, it could go either way. We could end up going down further. You never know what's going to happen. Again, the American market, the American market just treats liquidity as a D, and they suck it out. You know what I mean? So we're at the bottom of the channel, though, meaning we're probably looking for a nice takeoff. This right here is Solana, right? Solana looks like it's ready for a move up to at least 157. If it breaks out above, then we're looking at a play up to 190. And until we break 190, right here, right through here, until we consistently break out of 190, then we're not going any further, obviously. But it's all playing out And by the way, yesterday when we looked at Bitcoin, I gave you this little heart line. I said, kind of this little heart line area seems to be a resistance line that's forming. And guess what happened? It wicked off of that line exactly and rejected off of it. And I didn't mean for it to be like that. I thought we would just get a nice little rip going forward. And by the way, we still have a nice bunch of days going forward. But the U.S. The U.S. continues to do its hooker thing and suck the D, the liquidity, suck the D. I said suck the D. I meant suck the liquidity out of the market. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Now, as far as the Dow Jones goes, down 50 points on the day after this big ass rally that we had over the last couple days. So I would suspect right now that we're going to see a big reversal again at 12 o'clock today. I would suspect that we're probably going to see a nice little push towards that upside. And it could end up being that we're just a little bit hot overall in the market. And when you look at the RSI, it doesn't look that way. It looks like we're kind of in the middle. You know what I mean? Like we're not really ready for a big, we're at this low point right now for that big breakout move. By the way, what happened? I told you guys this is the time to accumulate, and that was at 53, and boom, you end up at 60,000. So awesome if you were part of it. So, but let's move on. Fetch AI having a nice breakout, 15%. If it continues, the ultimate goal on Fetch AI, besides all-time high, is going to be $1.30, by the way. This long-term sort of trend line right here that we made this long-term trend line a while back. And look, we haven't even talked about, and just to be fair, guys, we haven't talked about Fetch since last year when I gave you this long-ass trend line right here. So I would suspect that coming very soon, you're going to see a big move up here into $1.20, maybe even if depending on how far it ranges out, up to $1.30. But I think we're going to be testing this resistance. If we break out above that, then we're probably looking at a $2 fetch in very short order, because this sort of area right here is going to represent that next that next impossible resistance area. So if you haven't already, you might want to get yourself a bag of FET. I do think about 100% is about to pop there. So manage your finances accordingly. Next up, Bitcoin has reclaimed 60,000. And here's what's going on as well. Javon Marks, Dr. Profit, all of these guys, okay? All of this stuff, all of these guys are talking about a path to $115,000 Bitcoin, right? Now, Javon Marks says that what he thinks is up next is a move by Bitcoin to, and by the way, if you've seen my charts, then you know exactly where it's going, because this is where it's going. And that's going to be this little range right here at 68,000. So what is inevitable at this point is that we're going to have a nice little test right into this range at around 68, 67.5, something like that. That's how this chart is playing out right now. And probably right now is the surge moment. It's going to depend on a lot of factors. If the numbers continue to come in that look good in the US market, then we won't see a double bottom, and we'll see a nice little rally all the way up to the top. But we should be aware that after a move down here, we had a big move back up to this heart line. After that, we had a big move to the heart line, and then we dropped back down and created a new low in that pattern before kicking it back up. So there is a possibility of a drop coming and then a big move coming up into this range. That still exists. However, long-term, maintain yourself in a bullish stance. Roy Gonzalez says, hi, is there an actual use for the API3 token, or is it just a way for people to invest in the company? As far as, so it's the governance token. So, the easy answer for you most of the time is that it's your governance token. But I'll show you right here. And we won't get too much into we won't get too much into API3 at this point, because I don't have time for it today. It allows you to create the dApps. It allows you to create the apps. And look, they're partnered with everybody at this point, and they're continuing to connect, and they continue to make it a whole lot easier. Now, but real quickly, here we go. All right. So API and Web3 and API. These are the these are here we go. API white paper. There it is. All right. So the API white paper exists. I'm going to link it down here, and you can go check that out for yourself, and it will explain everything to you. It is a governance token. It is not. There's not a there's not a large. It doesn't. It runs. It allows you to create apps. So it allows you to create links to RWAs, real world assets. And I got to go back here and I got to show you, like on the BNB Smart Chain. This is just my example here to give you. But currently, you have these feeds that you can use on the BNB Smart Chain on testnet. You have Stone, you have Easy ETH. There's a whole bunch of different ones that you can use over there. There is also, let's pop that and close it. Where's the Ethereum? Do we have Ethereum here? Ooh, I may be too far down. Here's Arbitrum. All right, so on Arbitrum, what can you do? You can swap any one of these. Here's the full data feed catalog. There's the cryptocurrency, there's the stable coins, and these are the exchange rates right now for everything. So, and what this does is basically it creates it creates an app. You can create an app, and you don't need Chainlink. And one of the things about API 3 is currently with Chainlink, you need Chainlink to be kind of the go between two parties. That's how Chainlink works as a blockchain, right? API 3 does not need to do that. They don't need to be an intermediary. They just provide you with a dApp, and it connects you from one point to the other point without the middleman, which creates a more decentralized environment than Chainlink, which is why I think people will find API 3 and be incredibly bullish on what API 3 does. So, but again, that's going to sidetrack me just a little bit more than I intended here. We have 100 plus data feeds on Arbitrum 1. So that's just Arbitrum. And then here's the data on demand for the, here we go. All right, there we go. One more time here. BNB Smart Chain. Yeah, there we go. All right. Here's the full data feed catalog. Nope, that's not it. They changed the website, by the way, the other day. So now you have to go through a the B Squared Network. All right, Blast Chain over here, Juice USDT. You guys remember not that long ago you were able to trade, and I don't know how this is categorized at this point, but you were able to use your cryptocurrency to buy and sell and trade Tesla, Apple stocks, all that kind of stuff. So as far as it goes, it's basically a governance token at that point. So if there's more use to it, if there's burns or anything like that, I'll know about that when it happens. So, but we got to get back to Bitcoin because I don't have much time today. So what we're looking at is an impulse move up into the $116,000 range. In order to do that, we kind of have to zoom out here and really get an idea. It's going to take a lot more capital than we currently have circulating through this market. And to give you a better idea, I said 90,000 by the end of this year. And in fact, I can see that happening. I can see the impulse move for a $90,000 Bitcoin happening. It's right there in front of you. So I would suspect that we're going to see something like that very, very soon. We're going to have a big impulse move. We're going to test that 69 again. Then we're going to test that all-time high again. Then we're going to have that breakout. And, when you're looking at the breakout, you're looking at like 20% gain, somewhere around there. You come up to 20%. What do you get at 20%? 90,000. So that's why I think that 90,000 comes into play, by the way, because I think that once we get back up to this all-time high, and not this descending line, right? Not this descending line where everybody's selling off. But once we break that 73.7 range, then the price exploration takes us into 90,000 range. All right. So I think that's coming very, very soon. And again, Renga says, let's test that 69 again. I don't think we get to 69 this time. I think that right now, if we were playing it out, it's this resistance line is still in play. So, at this point, you're talking about, I mean, maybe at 69. If it breaks out right now, then sure, we could go test 69. But the most likely scenario is a test over here at 68. At 68, I mean, it's going to take a few days to get there. So, but it's on the way. I think that it's on the way, and it looks like the market is fighting back with the U.S. market, who's just uh, dry humping liquidity out of the market. Goddamn, U.S. market is gay. And not that. And by the way, how do you like this? How do you like this U.S. leading economic indicator sign? I made that this morning. Is that like the most American thing that you've ever seen? And just for everybody who hates the one party or another, we are now looking at no longer signaling a recession. Now, look, that sounds crazy to me when I look at this. U.S. leading economic indicators continue to fall, no longer signal a recession. So I don't think that this. I don't know that. I don't know how this is going to play out. Okay, but it looks like it looks like from the indicators that we have an opportunity to avoid that fall into an actual recession. All right. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. There's really no way of knowing. I mean, here's what you're the way that it looks right now. It would be incredible to see it happen, but it would be complicated to avoid. Now, we'll see whether or not it happens. I mean, is all I can say. What I wanted to remark on, though, is my fantastic artwork here. And I drew that myself in my brain and put it into words on the internet. So it's basically like I drew it and painted the whole thing. You know what I mean? So anyway, it looks like we're not falling into recession. And that's going to be okay for a while. And remember the important part here. The important part is we, in fact, could, fingers crossed, have that soft landing that everybody's been talking about. Gas prices where I am are down below or right at $3 right now. So it looks like we're going to get another big move, So that being the case, I mean, there's a lot of different things that could go right in the next 30 days as we get closer to that Fed rate cut. But that Fed rate cut is going to be the thing that starts to kick off a big rally. Now, by the way, shit. I just realized. So September 17, let's go look at the Fed rate dates. The next Fed meeting is September 17 and 18. All right, so back to the matter at hand. That means that we need a line here to say you're going to have to sell before this area right here. Okay, so this tells me that we now have enough range to go hit that next, let's see, a bar pattern here. We're just going to copy this for brevity's sake and say that, if we're getting a bounce right now, this is kind of the range we're talking about. Yeah, so September 3rd, if it plays out in the short term, if it plays out in the long term, something like this right here, this is your sell signal, by the way, just so you guys know. Buy the rumor, sell the news is the law of the land. Until buy the rumor, sell the news is not the law of the land. So it would be my indication at this point that what you're going to see is you're going to see a nice explosive move into the 68, 69,000 range. Maybe you'll get 69 after all, but the 68, 69,000 range. And that's going to happen over the next bunch of days, leading us up to that Fed meeting. And when that Fed meeting shows that rate cut, then we're going to see, we'll see something along the lines of boom, back down here into the 63,000 range, most likely. And then that's when we get the explosive move to start to test that all-time high, probably bounce through to 60 to 77,000 in just probably not that much, but we'll spike. And then this is where you get to that 90,000 and you get that explosive big move to kick out the end of the year. And then, of course, December, that's your profit taking. That's when everybody's going to exit this market for the holidays, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that we're on path right now for a big move. So fingers crossed, chin up. Now, MSI, let's talk about MSI. The MSI token is now listed on the Pop Dog Soulcoin Crypto Couch Talk with influencers, YouTubers, and top 50 projects on the banner. Now, this is a gigantic space on August 21, Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The speakers are going to be Cryptos R Us Plus. Do you know that's a neighbor of mine, by the way? Every time I go to Chinatown, not to, by the way, and then but you know what? I feel racist all of a sudden. God damn it. I don't mean to be like that. Here's what I'm saying. Every time I go to Chinatown, I'm looking for George. We're all George, right? We're all George. And I don't know why it occurs to me that George would hang out in Chinatown. That's the racist part. But and the reason for that is actually because some of the restaurants and stuff like that he's always talked about are in Chinatown. So I assume that he probably lived close to it in Chicago at some point. So it's just my guess here, just kind of a guess for me that would, maybe happen. Anyway, so Cryptos R Us. Did I quantify my racism properly? Anyway, so every time I'm there, I'm like, I wonder if George is here today. So anyway, Cryptos R Us is going to be there. Hello Moon, NFT Kid. For those of you who don't know who NFT Kid, don't worry about it because I have no fucking idea who he is either. We have a guy named Influencer. Then we have Fitty ETH. Then we have, I have no idea who the fuck these people are. Moneybags. Then we have Soul Saver, Nobu, and Jules. I have no idea who these people are, but I don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then we have the cryptos that are going to be there. I don't give a shit about any of them except for MSI, unless somebody wants to dip me some of those tokens. But the Hefe, Truth, T-Cash, we got some Trump associated. We got MAGA is going to be there. It looks like, but this doesn't look like the MAGA that we know and love. Brett Gold, Updog, POS, XPW, Fake News, which sounds pretty fun. We got a Hedgehog over here, a Super S, a Bird Dog, a Baby. Jeffrey Epstein would love this. Win. We've got Ada Sol. We've got Zilla. We've got Updog. Hey, what's up, dog? Nothing much. What's up with you? That's pretty funny. So there's a lot of different stuff. So if you haven't already, make sure you go check it out. With the important part being, if you don't go there to look at MSI, you're the problem. You're the goddamn problem. Also, there is a shill contest going on right now for MSI for the next 72 hours. This started yesterday at 1 p.m. So the rules for posting, use MSI, a picture, and tag. Here's the rules right here. Use the hashtag MSI, a picture and a tag of Monkey Shit Inu, Pablo Crow, and Limitless Ape. So make a picture using MSI. Which we're not going to use their picture. I'll make a you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it right now. All right. Let's do this. We're going to do a widescreen. No, a 4x3 image of a monkey and a Shiba Inu dog playing basketball 1v1 with the monkey dunking on the dog, both wearing Nike Air Jordans, and make it pixel art. All right, let's see what happens here. So it's a 4x3 image of a monkey and a Shiba Inu dog playing basketball 1v1 with the monkey dunking on the dog, both wearing Nike Air Jordans, and make it pixel art. So let's see how this looks. It looks like shit. Oh, well. Now, there we go. All right. So we got the monkey dunking. You know what? Actually, make it widescreen photo realistic. All right. So let's try it one more time. We're going to make it widescreen and photo realistic and see what happens there. I don't know if you can do that, Greg. I'm not sure if you can. And by the way, RW7610, there is a Chinatown in Chicago. Great food, by the way. All right, here we go. All right, so we got he doesn't have an arm here. That got a little bit crazy. All right, so let's do this. All right, this was what we're going for. We're going with this one. All right, so we're going to download. All right, so we're going to download that one. All right, now we're going to do MSI, and we're going to tag Pablo and Limitless. So Pablo _ Crow. Limitless Ape. Okay, so if we win, we're doing a giveaway on a live stream. So there we go. All right. So if we win, we're gonna do a giveaway on a live stream. So there we go. All right. Now let's move on to Saitama, because it gets interesting here. There is a press release for Saitama. Saitama Unsold, the community-driven cryptocurrency built on the Solana blockchain, today announced a pivotal development in its journey. Due to challenges stemming from the original contract, the project is embarking on the creation of a new contract. This strategic decision will unlock significant growth opportunities on the Saitama Unsold community ecosystem, born from a community takeover. So what this will allow, and look, I don't know the technicals about, here's what I know. I know that the project is screwed because you don't have any way of generating any revenue or doing anything to expand partnerships. Again, community takeovers always have problems. However, Tom Taranto took everything over, and now he is working to bring this thing back to robust ecosystem. So to overcome these obstacles and propel the project forward, the core team, in collaboration with a renowned Web3 consultancy, which is Brew Labs, I think, is diligently working on the development of a new contract. This will enable expanded partnership, enhance brand identity, legal clarity, unrestricted growth. The new token will be facilitated in a way which will ensure a smooth transition for existing holders, which means you'll be able to just go there, deposit your tokens, and get new tokens. This is a monumental step for the Saitama Unsold team. We are confident that the new token will empower us to achieve our full potential and deliver exceptional value to our community. And that will allow, if you go get your tokens off of that, then that will allow you to provide liquidity for the project, if you will. That will allow them to start selling on the chart and grabbing as much that as much they can get off of that. And guys, what I'm gonna tell you is, if you've got any money in it, then and by the way, it's pumped about 10% in the last day, but I think overall you'll see a nice little spike on it because people are excited about moving on to a different V2. And the last time we got a listing on LBank, I think that was out of pocket for a lot of people, close to $100,000. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just, if you're a community token, it's nice that you have a community that's willing to do that. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think any of that shit matters at this point, because, I mean, they got to do something. You know what I mean? They got to do something. Anyway, if you haven't, certainly go check that out. Now, in the meantime, if you're looking for something cool, then DevvE ecosystem, you got a couple things here. First of all, there's a big free merch competition that's going on. There's a DevvE roundtable, and that includes Ray Quintana and Duncan Murray. Duncan Murray, you said, do I know Duncan Murray? Why do I know Duncan Murray? Well, the reason you know Duncan Murray is because Duncan Murray was a former BP at BlackRock. He was also with Credit Suisse. He was also with a number of different finance companies in the UK. Even what is it, Tudor Finance, Tudor Capital, like the bigs in the United Kingdom. So this is a bigwig, if you will, coming in, and he's taking over as the head of Impact with DevvE. So in this ecosystem, I would suspect that you're probably going to see a really cool, explosive sort of growth coming, and not going to take too long, my opinion. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, there is a new one coming out 4 p.m. UTC, and it's going to be the weekly roundup with Austin and Davin. I don't know if it's Davin or Devin. I'm going to say Davin at this point because I'm American. But I would look for this. I would look for this pretty soon, and it should be fun. It should be fun. So there we go. All right, now I think that closed it out. Yeah, so that closes us out. So let's take a quick look at meme coins and see what meme coins are doing, and then we'll close this out. So Dog with Hats up 13% on the day to $1.54. Saitama is at 46.37, up 12.5% on the day. There's no, by the way, look, guys, I just want to say this. If you have money in Saitama on Solana, this is a nothing. Okay, this move right now, despite that, this is a nothing at this point. It's going to be V2 before you see any kind of movement off of this. So if you're nervous, sell at a loss. I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. And then when you get this new launch, when you get everything kind of underway here, I would think that you're probably going to see a nice little pump for a little while. So if you're underwater, get ready to get yourself out of it so that you can make a better decision on your investment going forward. But one of the things is this is going to allow them to start getting listed on exchanges and stuff like that. And remember, Floki is on V4. So you never know when one of these things are going to work. Now, speaking of Floki's up 10% on the day to 688 million market cap. Pepe is up 7% on the day at 3.22 billion market cap. Myro is up 7% on the day to a 79 million market cap. Volt is up 4% to a 17 million. Bonk is up 4%. CoinsChick is up today. I mean, CoinChick just continues to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Small steps, baby steps, but steps nonetheless. I mean, this has been just a really good journey so far. And I would think that at some point pretty soon, we're going to see something kind of big happen. And, we'll see a nice little 10x. Look, I don't think it's unreal to say that there's going to be $1 million market cap on this at some point pretty soon. It's continued to kind of just move up and move up and move up and move up. And the other thing is, it's got trading volume. It's not without trading volume. There's just not a lot of big money popping into it. But guess what? That could all change in the event that we get if when we get serious, if there's some seriousness to this, if I can say, we need a link to X, we need a link to, what I mean? Like that you have to pay for this stuff. So it's going to have to be financially, and get a logo and stuff like that. Like maybe the community can chip in and do something like that. So that this thing can be updated. Because if this thing is updated, then guess what? People start to pay more attention. Right now, they're just looking at it and they're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I think something like that will have to be done to give it a more professional sort of appearance, so people feel a little more comfortable with it. And then lock the liquidity for 100 million billion years, something like that. Then I think you'll see something really good happen with CCC coming very soon. Xverse is up 1.8%. Net goes up 1%. Trump is at 262. Guys, I can't stress enough. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but this market is going to turn on a dime. And when it does, this is going to be one of those big ones. This is going to be one that just absolutely rips, okay? It's at your bounce position off of the top of that previous run. So this thing is going to soar one more time. And look, if it goes to 500 billion or 500 million market cap, that's still $10. That's a 5x from where it is right now, or 4x. So, and I do think this is $1 billion market cap. And I think we're getting closer and closer to the election. It's going to start mattering even more. Now, the other thing is, people prefer brand new pump and dumps. So I do think it's going to do $1 billion, but I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong because, and by the way, if Kamala Harris continues to outperform, then that might create a problem in unto itself as well. So I'm not saying that it won't at this point, but Daddy, 53 cents. I don't know. I mean, it's going to need something. Look, if you have any Daddy tokens, then here's what I'm going to tell you: your escape velocity, because I'm sure it's going to go back here, but escape at $2.75. Okay. If you didn't buy the top. If you didn't buy the top, then this might be your next top, tippy top, if you will. So just be watching for a big move up to about $2.79. And look, you will see it in the market. The market will come alive all of a sudden, and we'll get into that sort of, is it happening bull run phase? It won't be. It'll be a fake out, but see what happens. Brett's at 870 million. Actually up 18% on the day, but it had a real big spike over here a little while ago, spiked up to 10 cents, and now it's rejected back down. I mean, again, this is the U.S. market stealing liquidity out of the markets. It's what they do. Bencoin, no change. Trademaster, no change. DevvE, no change. PayPay down 3%. MSI down 6%. AMC, GME. We're going to get rid of these because I don't give a shit about those. FIAS is down about 11%, and then Crying is down another 15%. I mean, whatever. We're going to stop covering that one because I don't give a shit about that one either. I just like being right. So for some reason, that humors me. So anyway, all right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. As far as the market goes, we're down $2 billion after being up $40 billion just a little while ago. The U.S. market has selectively the liquidity out of the market. So we're now down $2 billion on the day. I would say that most likely in about 2.5 hours, we're going to see a reversal of form on that. And we will see the market start to move in a different direction. And the reason for that, if you look at the 24-hour, one last piece here, on the 24-hour, there's still a move down here to 58,768 for hunting liquidity. So we might not be done with the dip. We might be coming down at least to 58.7 before it's all said and done. And the potential also exists. It's still the same area. We could see something coming down into 57s right here to establish and pull that out. But that's bearish long term, more probably. So I don't think that we're going to go down that far. I think that the next big heat-seeking move is up here to around 62,000. That would be my guess as to what happens. 58.7, and then probably a big run up to 62. So there we are. That's what I think is getting ready to happen. And that's it. So let's pay some bills. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. And if you're on X, then share this on X. And we'll talk to you again very, very soon. Cryptonomy.finance is giving away $100,000 in Ethereum and $100,000 in Solana. Go to this X post and engage with it in order to get registered. You have to follow their Telegram, follow Cryptonomy on X, make a fixed staking deposit of at least 6 months. There's no amount given, but the winners could range from $100 to $10,000. So check it out today. Also, we now have a dark mode on Cryptonomy. So if you haven't, make sure you go check that out. Now, I told you guys before, I'm a big time fan of API 3. I think it's going to be one of the bangers. We're going to do this one for 6 months. And we're also going to make a deposit on Ondo. And again, we're going to do it for 6 months. That's a 32.46% yield. And now we're staked with more API, more Ondo. Guys, I can't stress enough, the market, get ready because